Hey everyone, I hope you all had a great December and a great Christmas break. You know, December's been pretty hectic with all the holidays and everything. I haven't had a ton of time to work on Kursk, but I have made some really nice breakthroughs lately in photorealism. If you compare this test animation shot to like some of the older ones, the quality is really improving. So I'm really happy. Here's a couple of plugins and items that I use to get this particular shot and to get it to look so much more realistic than my old ones. Filmic Blender really makes the light rays look and feel real. Not a ton else has changed model and texture wise, but this increases the dynamic range to crazy amounts and gives it the really realistic look that you could get in like your camera. It can overexpose shots. It just really helps out. The next thing is Pro Skies by Blender Guru. It uses HDR images. It's a big collection of those. Those are the best and most realistic source of light for any 3D objects, because like if you added just a single lamp in Blender, it would only be putting out a single color, but with an HDR image, each pixel is putting out its own light path. So you have millions and millions of different colored light rays being projected on your object from all sides, and it gives it the natural lighting and just really increases the realism. To do the actual tank itself, so first I took models in stud.io and then I imported them into Mechabricks. So there's a website, mechabricks.com. I bought their advanced Blender script. So when you export from Mechabricks into Blender, it will automatically add like scratches and bevel all the bricks. It really gives it a really nice, clean look for all the bricks. And it's really simple to use, so I highly recommend that if you want to do some realistic Lego animations. For this shot I also used the B-Lego plugin from the Blender Market. It's another really good texture along with the default Mechabricks Advanced shader, and it gives them a realistic plastic look. I like both Mechabricks and B-Lego. They both have their ups and downs, and so what I've been doing is just kind of mixing the two shaders together for like the minifigures and some other pieces to get a really nice high quality looking material. There's still a pretty big list of tests that I need to do in Blender. A couple of those is like causing damage to the bricks and using deforming modifiers to take and deform objects, so like when a bullet hits them, it'll like cause damage and everything. Another thing on the list is adding and animating track impressions from vehicles, people, and bullets and explosions, so like when a vehicle moves on the ground, they'll scuff up the surface and leave tracks everywhere. So I'm trying to think of a couple different creative ways to add that into the film without my computer frying and everything, because it takes up a lot of memory to do that. And I think I'll get something eventually. Another thing is making Lego flames using the Bricker plugin, so I can have like burning villages and vehicles and even some people that'll be like on fire, and the fire will be out of Legos. So I'm still trying to get that figured out.
One more thing!
Another thing too with the huge scales that I'm going to be trying to animate everything on is I need to figure out how to bake the data in all the animations. And I might have to get a couple more hard drives because I'm planning on the baking the data to take up an insane amount of space. So once I figure out how to bake the data properly, I think I can go through and figure out most of the rest of the list, because then my computer won't be running so slow trying to do everything in real time. Anyways, I'm not terribly worried about that list of things. The thing that I'm really trying to figure out that's much more important is just how to tie the story together and make a good film. So it's going to be from the perspective of one tank captain who's slightly going crazy from the war, but I want to keep most of his backstory a surprise. But just trying to create shot lists of everything is really hard. I have like a basic scene breakdown starting with like the prelude to the introduction of the film, which introduces the character and everything. But this will be the single hardest part of making the film, is planning the shots correctly and just trying to make up everything in your mind before you go through and animate it. So for this film I've been looking to a lot of different movies for inspiration, such as Come and See for things like the soundscapes and the absolute carnage and chaos that you can find while watching it. It just has insane visuals, and there's so much chaos going on that it feels just so real. I want to really add that element into this film.
Оставляем тебя на развод. Бабуля, ты нам еще нарожаешь.
Children of Men has really great cinematography that I'm trying to draw inspiration from, especially their really long continuous one takes that just make you feel like you're part of this story with the characters. I think too many cuts in scenes can really pull you away from being immersed in a film. So I just want to do a lot of long shots and just like you become part of the story is what I'm trying to do. Like in the combat scenes, I really want to just like, I want to make everything so chaotic, and I don't want the camera to ever really cut to different positions very often, just every once in a while maybe showing inside of the tank. But I'm trying to keep that on the minimum. And then Apocalypse Now is just one more film that is really, that I'm trying to draw some things from. It has amazing character development that I really want to try and mimic a little bit. It shows how insane war is and that it can drive you crazy. Colonel Kurtz is a really good example of this, and I'm loosely basing the main character of the film off of him, the Tiger Tank Captain. So the main thing I'm worried about is just trying to tie everything up and making it have a good impact on the viewer.
Are my methods unsound?
I don't see any method at all.
And the last thing I want to talk about in this vlog is the funding for the film. It's taking a long time. It'll probably take at least another 6 to 8 months, and it could be up to a year and a half. There's plenty of expenses, such as like hiring good voice actors to do the lines in German, and my time, because right now I'm a full-time college student just kind of doing this out of my dorm room right now. That's why I don't ever show my face in here, as my room's a mess and just so small. But so the thing that I want to do that I think you guys will really like is every single vehicle you see in the film, I want to make it into a kit and sell them. So I've already kicked around the idea, and I've gotten a lot of help from a couple of friends that'll let me use their designs in the film and create kits to sell. So like MJ Louder from Flickr is one of them. A link to his Flickr is in the description. Nothing is set in stone yet, but I hope to sell enough kits to create a full business out of it that'll allow me to create even crazier videos and films in the future, and just be like, you know, cheap and affordable kits that you guys can get that are really high quality, like really good looking vehicles and everything. I'm thinking of partnering with a couple of like custom minifigure companies just to create some really high quality kits. I think we could do really well with that. And the last thing I want to say is I just want to remind you that there's a contest going on this entire month on my website, militaryblocks.com. All you have to do is just go there and make an account, and then make 3 posts on the forum, and the winner will be picked at the end of this month. There's 12 items that I'm giving away, so there'll be 12 winners. So just go do your part and help it make a great community. Once we start selling kits in the future, you know, from the film, they'll be up on there, so just stay tuned. And anyways, thanks for watching this vlog, you guys. It might be a couple weeks as the next semester of university starts this Monday, but just stay tuned. I'm really excited for the rest of this film. So yeah, thanks for watching.